This is Paul. Yeah, I wanted to upload these so that I can. I've got to go weed today. I'm trying to earn $20 so I can afford to be able to have a little money. I think I got about a dollar, maybe $1.50 in my pocket, and I'm having some difficulty getting my assets. But I was looking for this instructions for the order of protection. Yes. Where the law requires the order to say if the respondent received notice of the hearing by what method. Since the judge needs to verify service complied with timely and proper notice. Yes. But then I was looking here on this trial date, the city of Sequim, it's a plaintiff, the jury trial. Yeah. But then I was to appear. This was done on the 8th of day. I don't see that hold over until review of a mental health evaluation. Now, the state of Washington became the plaintiff versus myself. Right. But then on the 15th day of March, they decided that they were going to deprive me of a speedy trial, a jury trial. State of Washington! Now, it seems that the state of Washington has violated their own laws, and every state of the United States that does know about that is complicit in the state of Washington violating the laws of the state. Now, I was looking here in amendment number 6. Yes. In all prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy trial. You know, there's some joy involved in having a speedy trial, and I had emailed the public defender. I said, well, I need to call witnesses on my behalf because I want to know why was I arrested on January 4th when I wasn't in Sequim on December 31st, and I had informed law enforcement that my right to due process has been violated. Yes. But my public defender said, well, he waived his right to a speedy trial, and I guess that's when they decided the state of Washington was going to violate my right to a speedy trial because as an American citizen, I have the right to enjoy a right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state. So the state decided they were going to violate my constitutional right to due process when they issued the protection order that was not issued according to the laws of the state of Washington. Yeah. And then they decided that the city of Sequim was not going to be the plaintiff. The state of Washington was going to be the plaintiff. Yes. And then the state was going to be the jury trial. Now, and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, and which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistant counsel for his defense. Now, you can see when the state of Washington decided they were going to be the plaintiff, they did not require a mental health evaluation. That box wasn't marked on that form. But I was arrested for failure to appear because of my failure to appear for a mental health evaluation, and I spent 27 days in jail because the state of Washington would not enforce the laws of the state of Washington and all those federal laws that I've talked about in the past. Now, when I really started looking at this whole thing about nature, they have what's called natural pertaining to nature and to the operation of natural law. Yes. Natural law does not originate from enacted laws and statutes, but from the inner instincts and desires of human beings. See also law of nature. That got me to thinking any sort of technology that in any way changes the inner instincts and desires of human beings. Let's say you had a clone broadcasting through television, and you decide you're going to change the inner instincts and desires. You're going to turn heterosexuals into homosexuals and homosexuals into those that are celibate. Now, when I go to sue in the state of Washington and every state of the United States for refusing to enforce the laws of the United States, not having my rights this morning means that every state that's complicit in allowing the state of Washington to violate state laws, federal laws, and the Constitution of the United States. That would be Amendment number 6. Yes, it is. And allowing for any technology to affect the inner instincts and desires of human beings. It could be that the use of technology to, affect the sexuality, being the reprogrammer that I am. Yes. Now, I just want to make sure that every state of the United States understands that when I sue them for allowing them the that the state of Washington can deprive me of a speedy trial, the state of Washington can deprive me of due process, the state of Washington can deprive me of my assets, my family, and my rights, that when every state of the United States gets sued, every state, that they won't be surprised about that. Now, when you're a natural born, having born in the country in which one is a citizen, and being that natural born American citizen, I had to look again at what does it mean to be a natural born citizen. They have in Amendment 14, any person, yes, born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. I happen to be residing in Washington State. Now, don't be surprised when I sue every state of the United States, any television stations that might be broadcasting into the natural desires of the instincts of human beings wanting to change what should be always natural, okay? Each and every one of us has our own sexuality, and we don't want any clones. We don't want any uteruses deciding what people will or will not do with their sexuality. Now, in Amendment number 14, Representative and President, hang on here, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within the jurisdiction the equal protections of the law. Now, I have emailed those in law enforcement. I've emailed police officers and sheriffs. I've emailed judges and justices. I've emailed every elected and appointed oath of office throughout the United States of America, and it seems like they really do not care about the inner instincts and desires of human beings. Now, if you're a television station and you're using any technology to broadcast into the inner instincts and desire of being a human being, I'm going to sue every television station in the world for in any way attempting to change the inner instincts and desires of being a human being. Now, as I was going through that Constitution, I just wanted to make sure that you get me, could I get all the capital, material worth in the form of money and property used to produce more wealth? I wanted to know all the capital invested in every investment. I would like to know the capital that's been invested in any technology that would in any way affect the inner instincts and the desires of human beings. Now, if I could get those rights today, I'd like to have my sons, and I'm going to sue every state of the United States for allowing the state of Washington to deprive me of